Hey Scott, how are you doing today?
Good, AJ. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. So, what got you interested in joining the seating? Because your character has a lot to unpack in this movie.
I what attracted me is, as an actor, you get sent scripts all the time, and this script was very unique. I appreciated how bold it was. It had a perspective. When I met with Barnaby, I said I want to work with this guy. He's going to make something special. Then we casted Kate, and I was super excited about that. So it just all kept coming together in a way that kept me excited and to get on set and tell the story.
Right. And how was it like working with Barnaby on this set? Because he's known as a music video director, right? So, this had to be a huge chance on everybody's part to kind of be involved in this film.
Yeah, I think Barnaby is. I know he's done mainly music videos, and this is his first feature. But when you meet Barnaby and you get to know him, he is very, very unique in a way that he's such an artist. It just comes off of him, and he's so unique in his perspective and take on life that I just knew that he would make something really special and interesting in his own way. And it is. It's just Barnaby. This movie comes from the mind of Barnaby, and I think that we're all storytellers, and I think that those music videos he did, were great. But he clearly has a career ahead of him as anything he wants to do after this film, I think.
And how was it like working with Kate on this? Because it's mainly you two the whole most of the time on the runtime of the film. So how was it like having somebody like Kate work beside you the whole time?
Yeah, Kate was one of the amazing gifts that I was blessed with in doing this film. I think we'll be friends forever. She's so talented, and she brought, it's a very demanding role which she has to go through, and she never once hesitated. She was completely committed. Long hours, hard emotional days, staying in certain circumstances that are really hard places to be at mentally. And she's giving, and she's funny, and she's talented, and I just couldn't say anything better about Kate as a person and an actress.
Right. And you know what? Those kids were really menacing in this film as well. That had to be something incredible to see, those kids. I guess we all can be kind of menacing without knowing it as children, because it's kind of like a spider with a lot of venom that doesn't know how to use it yet. And it's just going everywhere, right? But these kids kind of mastered that. And just watching them perform had to be incredible from your eyes, too.
Yeah, again, that's Barnaby. I'd ask him as we're like working on the script, getting ready to shoot it together. I would say, "Who have you got?" And he'd show me photos of who he was looking at to cast. And he's like, "I casted this man as Corvus." I said, "That is Corvus. Where did you find the real Corvus?" It's like that's all Barnaby, and that's his brilliant casting. He found just very interesting, talented young actors.
And now, of course, this movie starts with you hiking quite a while. So, do you hike yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I hike all the time. Especially during the pandemic, it became what kept me sane, is getting out in the wilderness and going on long, long walks. Um, I love it. I love going out in nature. I've been obsessed with space and what's going on with our UAPs and UFOs, and I'm heavily involved in that with a project. So I just love going out and looking at the stars and seeing what else I can see at night, because you can see things at night. And I just love hiking. There's nothing like being out in nature. So that's a great question. I love talking about hiking.
And Scott, what was it about your character that you played in the seating that you really loved? And what was some of the stuff that you brought out, or was it all mainly on the script as you're reading it?
Um, what I had a lot of opinions on the script before we shot it. So I did some workshop with Barnaby on the script, and we actually changed the ending. And that's I think that's what your question was.
Yeah.
What did I affect on this? Yeah, yeah.
And so, what would you like for audiences and critics to take away from the seating once they see it as well?
I think that this movie is a throwback to the movies that I love that made me want to go be an actor. You know, I grew up watching a movie like Taxi Driver, where it's one man's descent into his own form of madness. And now, you know, I've worked on some bigger films now, and there's a different energy around when you get Kate, Barnaby, and I in a room and we're rehearsing a scene that feels like a play, and it's a single camera shoot, and you know, it's a throwback to cinema, the way I love cinema. And also it takes us back to, like, I think some of the favorite thriller horrors too. They're not all flashy,
yeah.
with special effects. There's no artificial intelligence. It's these people really living this thing out, and in a way that isn't some spectacle or to try to make money. It's a piece of art that Barnaby really curated and has presented to the world. And I think that hopefully it's appreciated for that. You know, because it takes a lot of effort to make a film, and a lot of people get scared to take big swings like this. And that's what I really respect about Barnaby, is he took a big swing here. And I think it's going to pay off for him. And I think the movie will find a home, and people will definitely go on this journey.
Well, Scott, what's next for you, if you could discuss a few projects that you got lined up?
Yeah. What is next? There's a film I did called Sound of Freedom about Tim Ballard, which is coming out. I've been working with Kevin Costner on he's doing these 4 films called Horizon, and it's just been a dream to be working with Kevin. I've been doing that journey. And that's pretty much it. I've just been working with Kevin on Horizon.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining us in Infamous Horrors and Infamous Interviews. It's been fun, and congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much. It's great to meet you, AJ.